Okay, so answering a few more questions. I know what a pet peeve is, but I looked up the definition just to be 100% sure because I I'm like, Hector, I don't really have a pet peeve. What should I say, Um of course things annoy me, but the definition is something that a particular person finds especially annoying. And, guys, like, the Lord has done a mighty work in my life. I can say that I used to be an extremely irritable person. I mean, just pride seeped through my pores. I was so irritable. I was so negative. I was so complaining all the time about everything. Everything bothered me. Nothing was good enough. Nothing satisfied me. And the Lord has taught me many wonderful lessons through the years. I've been walking with the Lord for almost 20 years. And so nothing is especially annoying to me anymore. Yeah, I get annoyed sometimes at the kids' silliness or loudness or being interrupted by them, or, I've said this 20,000 times and it's still not happening, but it's not like I have this one thing that drives me psychotic, because as a believer, as soon as I start to feel irritation or frustration, I immediately start to battle it because I don't want to give into that and then sin in that. So I'm not trying to sound all holy. It's just the road that I've walked. I used to have many pet peeves. I mean, I don't know. Now things that maybe that used to annoy me or maybe would have annoyed me, I find funny, because I guess the older I've gotten, the less important those things are and the more humor I find in things. So I can't say that I can't say that I can think of anything that really, 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 really annoys me. Sure, I have moments and days where I'm particularly weak, and so something that wouldn't annoy me today would really get to me, but it's just because I feel really weak that day. But it might be something different every time. So I guess as a stay-at-home mother that deals with kids all day, maybe not being obeyed fast is annoying, not being respected by my kids looking at me when I'm talking to them or responding to me, or listening, and I have to correct them over and over. But that's just part of parenting. So to pick annoying as the feeling versus thinking of it as a training opportunity, I would be wrong. So I'm like always fighting, like, stop complaining, stop being negative. I don't have road rage at all. At all. If people butt me in line, okay. It doesn't, those things don't bother me. I guess the Lord has taught me and humbled me that I am nothing, so I'm not entitled to anything. And so I don't feel wronged by people, because who am I? I'm just a sinner, and by God's grace, I'm saved. So when I'm at the store and somebody's rude or, this or that, oh well, it's not like I feel this entitlement. I do notice bad customer service. I notice that. And it's just because I'm so well trained in customer service that I can't believe sometimes when I go to places how bad their customer service is. But again, there's grace there. It doesn't make me mad. It doesn't frustrate me or bother me. I'm just like, man, these people don't have good training. So I don't know. I don't really have a biggest pet peeve. I struggle with irritation like anybody, but I fight it like a believer should be fighting it. I hope that makes sense. How do I cultivate deep, lasting friendships? Being vulnerable and real with my friends. Nobody thinks I have it all together because I never try to act like I do. And they do the same. They're super vulnerable and real. Hanging out, pursuing, calling, visiting, serving in any way we can, letting the kids play, talking to their kids, growing those relationships, talking about deep things, not just shallow surface stuff, and I don't know, bearing our souls to one another. The friendships I have today are the best I've ever had in my life. and it's all because they're sisters in the Lord, and they seek to honor Christ, and so do I, and so we have that union. And when and if anything has ever come between us, which I can only count one thing with one person, it has been spoken about and lovingly resolved with grace and forgiveness and pressing on to be united, you know? So we're always fighting for each other's holiness, being quick to forgive, being gracious, not having ridiculous expectations of others, and not being a victim. You know, like I'm very, if my friends don't call me for 2 weeks, I'm not like, I can't believe it. It's just like, they have a family and a house and they're busy and we'll get together soon, you know? Like, that's how I think about it. I don't have unrealistic demands. I don't put pressure on my friends, and they don't put pressure on me. So I think that builds relationships when you have this comfortable, easy relationship that is founded on the Lord and love and realness. No, like, you know, trying to act like you're all perfect, you know? Last question, and then I'll have to do some more maybe tomorrow. How do you start homeschooling at 14 months? Okay, don't. You're gonna have so much time to homeschool later. I think what you're doing is more than enough. Showing him numbers and letters. Yay! A, B, C. Just that. Sing fun songs, clap your hands, dance, animal sounds, shapes, colors, letters, numbers. That's it. I mean, and go from there, you know, after he knows all his letters by identification, upper and lowercase, then start sounds. Ah, b, b. But make it fun, you know. Don't make it something burdensome for you, because you are going to be dedicating a lot of time in the very near future to homeschooling. So soak up those really, really, really early years by just doing fun learning, like music and cooking and reading, and not like sit down work until later. I mean, you've got like 4 or 5 years before you got to start sit down work. So that's my advice. Somebody else may not think that way, but that's what I think. And I have one last question that I could do. It's easy. Does Juice Plus give me more energy? Capital Y, capital E, capital S, 1,000 exclamation points. Yes, that is the first thing I noticed when I was on Juice Plus. Oh my goodness. Energy, energy, energy. I go from 7 in the morning till 11:30 at night with no problem, fall asleep fast, sleep all night, get up again, and make the whole day work again. I don't have a midday slump. I feel great all day. So yeah, Juice Plus gives me tons of energy and I love it. That one's a little deep. We can hit that up next video. I think that'll be it, because the rest are a little lengthy, so I'll have more time to expound in another video. Have a great day, guys. Thanks for the questions. It's been fun.